DZY, he's on Junk Reanimator, and Reed is on Jund. And it looks like they're just getting underway. This is actually on replay, so I am going to bring up a different match here. There we go. All right, so Reed's led off with a couple of shock lands, and a quick start for DZY has an Avacyn's Pilgrim into a turn 2 Lingering Souls. But that is what we call a miracle trigger, BDM. That is Bonfire of the Damned for 1.
Yeah, I've seen him do some damage with that.
Oh, that was insane. He just wiped away both Lingering Souls tokens and the Avacyn's Pilgrim. Nice little card there for Reed. Sometimes Bonfire for 1 is all you need.
Yeah, I've seen him mostly cast it for 1.
All right, a Mulch is going to add Abrupt Decay, Craterhoof Behemoth to the board, to the graveyard, and it's going to give DZY a couple of lands here. Olivia Voldaren for Reed is going to put a lot of pressure on DZY potentially here, as it can just eat his mana creatures. Lingering Souls becomes a lot worse on the flashback here. Another Mulch for DZY is not great. Jan can't be happy to be spending his turns mulching when he's facing down a threat already. Plus, he's already at 17. No Unburial Rites are hitting the graveyard here. Only one flashback spell possible. But it looks like he does have the ability to flashback Lingering Souls here, but it's just going to be food for Olivia Voldaren if he does it. Potentially letting those get wiped out and then taking 5 damage. Not a bad way for Reed to spend his turn here. Yeah, and DZY says, I'm not even going to do it. Keep that Olivia Voldaren down to a 3-3.
Olivia Voldaren's really become like the matriarch of the Jund decks, huh?
Yeah, she is. When she hits the battlefield, the entire board state changes, and you have to deal with her.
Yeah.
Especially when Reed is already ahead on board here, as Olivia's the only creature on board. He has free reign to just pick off almost anything that DZY does here. He's content to just attack for 3, play a Blood Crypt tapped, and ship the turn back. Jan is deciding what he wants to do. He's from Amsterdam. Get a little bit bigger look at Jan's graveyard here, just because there will likely be more cards there. All right, a Grizzly Salvage. So he is doing a lot of work to put stuff into his graveyard here. Bunch of revealed cards here. We can also bring up the game log here. That'll give you a text rendition of the things that have happened. And there's an Angel of Serenity and an Unburial Rites that are hitting the graveyard here. So DZY all of a sudden has a very powerful play that he can make from his graveyard. But he plays a land and passes the turn for now. He's got flashback on Unburial Rites for Angel of Serenity if he wants it. He can also get back a Craterhoof Behemoth, another Craterhoof Behemoth if he wants, in addition to Olivia Voldaren. All right. So Reed attacks and passes the turn back. He doesn't have a viable play here. He knows that anything he commits to the board in the way of creatures can just get put underneath this card right here, Angel of Serenity, sitting safely in DZY's graveyard. And Imperial Rights targets Angel of Serenity, and let's see what Angel of Serenity is going to target with the ability here. He's going to take out Olivia Voldaren, and then he's going to get 2 creatures back as well. He can just get 2 Craterhoof Behemoths if he thinks he can get to the game where he can cast it. But instead, he's going to take an Avacyn's Pilgrim, a Craterhoof Behemoth, and Olivia Voldaren. Now, abilities on the stack right now. And Reed's going to take a minute here to ping the Angel of Serenity. Now, you might want to know why he's doing that. Well, what it does is it turns the Angel of Serenity into an Angel Vampire, which is pretty cool. But it also means that any future Olivia Voldarens, if he can get that one back, or if he plays another one, he can use it to steal Angel of Serenity. He can just pay 5 mana to take control of it because of Olivia Voldaren's second ability there, gain control of target vampire for as long as you control Olivia Voldaren.
I'm seeing Angel of Serenity all over the place.
Are you?
I'm seeing Angel of Serenity all over the place in this tournament, Marshall. And, you know, not just getting it reanimated.
Just hard cast?
Just hard casting it. I'm watching Oscar Jones hard casting it
to
win a match over here. It's just been like, you know, certainly one of the big cards at this event.
Absolutely. So many creature decks in the format right now. Angel of Serenity always has targets. All right, so let's see what Reed can come up with, as now there's also 2 spirits accompanying the Angel of Serenity. That's a big deal because it means that playing, this is a bonfire to clear away the spirits, it looks like. Because I think we're going to see, Liliana of the Veil is next, and that's what those spirits were doing, was really just protecting the Angel of Serenity from Liliana. But Reed found a sweet play there.
Protecting is a strong word, though.
Well,
you know.
What? I mean,
he's got a handful of gas now, right?
Oh, sure, fair enough, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. In fact, DZY has 8 cards in hand. He's going to 9 on his draw step. We know 2 of them. He's got an Avacyn's Pilgrim. He's also got a Craterhoof Behemoth. He plays a land for the turn. 7 mana available. Craterhoof Behemoth costs 8, so he couldn't cast that now, but he can play an Avacyn's Pilgrim. He certainly doesn't mind seeing Liliana of the Veil across from him only on 1 counter, as he often wants to discard cards from his hand. He has no problem with that. And it'll make Reed discard 1, which he's also a fan of. All right, Thragtusk to follow up for DZY, and he's got a nice board state. He's also threatening a Craterhoof Behemoth next turn. He's got 6 cards in hand. So that 1 card loss isn't going to be a big deal from Liliana, and DZY's in a pretty good position here against Reed Duke on the bottom side of your screen here. All right, land for Reed. Wow, this looks like it's going to be a devastating play with Rakdos's return for 6. That is going to take out DZY's entire hand. Unburial Rites, Somberwald, Sage Forest, Unburial Rites, Craterhoof Behemoth, another Unburial Rites, all hit the yard. There's 3 now with an Angel of Serenity and 2 Craterhoof Behemoths. Not bad at all. That might just be the game, as DZY is actually in a great position all of a sudden. We'll notice that that Reed did not use Liliana of the Veil. He's only got 2 cards left, and he knew wasn't going to do anything there except for make him discard a card. So is this going to be Craterhoof Behemoth number 1 and Craterhoof Behemoth number 2 potentially? He could do both this turn. There's 1. He's already got 16 power. He only needs 1 more. Here it comes. 2 Craterhoof Behemoths in the same turn.
How big are those?
12-12, 12-10, and a 9-9, all with haste. I don't think any of those are going to hit Liliana. No. And DZY takes game 1 against Reed Duke.
And I was just watching a similar play at another match. Let's check in on...
See what Oscar's up to?
Yeah, let's see what Oscar's up to over here. Seeing a lot of guild leaders in this match. Obsidat. Seeing Aurelia.
Was there a Tristani? There's one floating around the field here. I can't remember who has it, but...
This is... I don't know what match we're looking at here. We're actually looking at...
You're looking at Cosmo versus
yes, we
Oscar.
Are. There we go. Oh, there was a blasphemous act that resolved when I wasn't looking.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that'll change the board state. Hey, wait a minute. Is that an Assemble the Legion I see?
Assemble the Legion.
Whoa. That looked like that game just ended because of that.
Well, no, it ended because of Aurelius, the war leader, and a beast token.
Oh, that actually finished him off. Gotcha. All right, back on my screen here, we've got a little more aggression on the bottom side. Johnny Hot Sauce on the bottom of your screen there. That's Andrew Shrout. He's got a Lotleth Troll, a Deathrite Shaman, and a Falconwrath Aristocrat all on the board. He's facing down Malteco. That's Melder. He's on Junk Reanimator. We've seen that quite a bit, and again, we see it here. And that was a great Grizzly salvage. Angel of Serenity, Unburial Rights, both hitting the bin, and he has the mana to flashback Unburial Rights on that Angel right now and completely wipe the board of Malteco. He's going to get back. Yeah, he's going to get all 3 of the creatures on Johnny Hot Sauce's board, and he's going to make his board a 5/6 flyer and a Thrag Tusk.
What was that name?
Johnny Hot Sauce? Oh, right. I'll work on it. All right, pass the turn back to Johnny Hot Sauce. And,
there we go.
And he's got a lot of work ahead of him here as he's facing down 12 power with only 11 life. And he's really playing an aggressive deck. He wants to be ahead on board and ahead on life total, and he doesn't have a ton of ways to get back in the game here. And that's it. This one's over. He doesn't find a way to finish off.
Well, I've got a Crater of Behemoth on the stack here that just got responded to with a Think Twice.
You got Arsenal Munch and Budakov there. Yeah. Wow, those are some full graveyards.
And then finally a Dissipate, yeah. Well, you know, this is the Nephalia Drownyard deck. I mean, that is just, that's going to be a full graveyard on both sides.
So it's Junk Reanimator versus Drownyard?
Yeah, an uphill battle.
Although I have to say that, you know, if he does get good control, that Junk Reanimator deck certainly helps him out.
Angel of Serenity on the stack. I mean, sorry, yeah. Targeting a Restoration Angel, another Restoration Angel. Oh, but Devour Flesh.
Ooh.
Before that...
that's with the ability on the stack
resolved,
still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those cards are, I believe, supposed to be exiled and then not returned.
Right, because it puts the other ability on.
Yeah.
The return ability happens first.
We see a Sphinx's Revelation. That's pretty nice. That's a pretty nice play, Devour Flesh against Angel of Serenity.
Devour Flesh has been seeing some play. Being so cheap and instant speed is pretty good. Sometimes it's awful, though. Like if they play Lingering Souls, you're just in misery.
Yeah, yeah. Your deck has to be able to deal with the Lingering Souls if you're going to play Standard, right?
Currently, absolutely. Another reason to play Jund, you know, we've seen Reed with Bonfire of the Damned take out a bunch of ghosts. Wow. George is just on the full beat down here in the match I'm watching. He's got a Champion of the Parish that's a 5/5 with a Lightning Mauler, a Frontline Medic, and 2 Experiment 1s.
Well, we're watching an Unburial Rites here, which is following an Avacyn's Pilgrim.
Mm-hmm.
So, Syncopate. Syncopate is a card that has found its place in Standard. I got to be honest, I didn't necessarily see that when I was when it was first revealed.
And that exile clause on Syncopate is big.
It's a big deal.
If you do it on an Unburial Rites, they don't get to flash it back. If you do it on a creature, they don't get to Unburial Rites the creature later. It's really good.
Budakov is down to 18 cards here.
Oh,
with just an Avacyn's Pilgrim right now. Of course, he's still got his full yard, which includes another Unburial Rites. Unburial Rites resolves. Targets Angel of Serenity. Angel of Serenity triggers.
This board over here is
Goes and gets
insane, by the way.
2 Restoration Angels and an Angel of Serenity.
That sounds like a fun time.
Oh, and then followed up by a Hardcast Thragtusk.
Jeez.
Life totals are 36 for Budakov, 21 for Arsenal Munch, who uses his Drown Yard at the end of the turn. He's only got 1 to work with right now. Might be able to race with 2.
Whoa.
But Planar Cleansing. But Planar Cleansing puts a handful of cards in his hand, puts a token into play, gives, there's an Agent of Augur of Bolus.
Looks like Arsenal Munch is in pretty good position there, even with all
even
that.
with that, yeah, I think he can buy enough time. He really needs to survive a little less than 5 turns.
Mm-hmm.
Four turns should do it because the draw steps from the turns.
Yeah, ends up being 4.
Wipes 1 turn off.
How many cards does Arsenal Munch have? 5? Yeah,
5 cards in hand. Yeah, and a fair amount of life.
Yep. Over the starting total, so yeah, pretty good.
Just buys a turn with Augur of Bolus blocking the beast. There we see a Drown Yard activation. Azorius Charm to draw a card. I mean, he's only got 9 cards
left.
Does he
just have the 1 Drown Yard up?
He only has 1 Drown Yard. That's the race.
So he would love to hit that second Drown Yard.
Yeah.
And double that clock.
Now we see a Restoration Angel.
Well, he's only got 9 cards in his yard?
Yes.
Oh, man. He must have drawn tons. Where's his other Drown Yards at?
All right. Syncopate targets Restoration Angel at the end of the turn. You see, Restoration has entered the exiled zone.
Officially speaking.
Magic Online has spoken.
This board is getting silly for Jorge over here. The frontline medic is allowing him to attack repeatedly
I watched him
through
with
superior creatures.
I watched him with that frontline medic earlier, just putting a beating on people.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing right now. Thragtusks are blocking 8/8 Champion of the Parish just to not die, even though Silence One's at 19.
Here comes a Restoration Angel for Arsenal Munch to eat a beast token. Here comes another Restoration Angel. Puts 1 in front of each. He's just trying to.
Yeah.
Every turn he just doesn't take any damage is a whole.
Yeah.
It's a whole extra turn.
The whole entire game for him is how long can I make this game go? That's it. And at 21 life, it's going to be a while.
There's the Angel of Serenity.
This is really interesting, because normally when you get this Angel of Serenity loop going, you're almost unbeatable. But I don't think that Arsenal Munch cares that much. He's like, yeah, use your mana on all that stuff.
Thinking about removing.
Yeah, picking targets still. All right, looks like he's picked his target.
But he's at 10 cards.
Here's the Drown Yard.
Yep, 7 cards.
Tick-tock.
And again, Arsenal Munch's life total has not budged.
No.
Despite
there's the other Drown Yard.
There it is.
That's still not enough, though, because he's going to be 1 draw step, and it will give Budakov a turn.
Yes.
He has to win this turn. Couple of Crater Hoof Behemoths, perhaps?
And he's tapping his mana. What's it going to be?
By the way, there's a pacifism on the stack here on my game. Just thought I'd throw that at you.
There's a Crater Hoof Behemoth.
All right. I don't think that's 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It is 21, but there is a Restoration Angel to block. Oh, Devour Flesh.
Wow.
That's a big deal.
And Budakov's at 44.
Yeah.
But he's not going to live to spend his life total.
May make it 144.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Attack for 14. Block your Angel. Azorius Charm your Behemoth.
Just in case.
Yep. Mill you twice. There's one card left in your library.
And he gets to mill him
Activate right now.
And that's going to be it.
All the ingredients to win are in his graveyard, of course.
Yep.
But he doesn't have the time. And Arsenal Munch takes that over Budikov. Sean
So,
McLaren over Dmitry Budikov.
Check out my board.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
George is doing what he loves here. He is just turning dude sideways. Look at this. 883244333333. Well, 1-1. And he's facing down a Restoration Angel wearing a Pacifism of all things. And now an Obsidian Ghost Council is also on the board, though. Again, cushioning life totals and helping to try to keep Silence One alive. He has been under onslaught every single turn. There's now a 10-10 champion of the parish. And here come everybody. This looks lethal. No math. Just
yeah. Have you done the math? Yes.
Yeah, there it is. Result.
All
George.
Right. Well, let's pick up and
game.
check back in on Reed Duke and Jan Vandervet. We see Reed Duke on the bottom playing his Jund deck. You know, he worked on this deck with Owen Turtwald, and this is the deck that, you know, more or less got Owen into the top 8 of, you know, more or less the deck that got Owen into the top 8 of Pro Tour Gatecrash.
Oh, okay.
And really came very close to putting Reed into the top 8, too. He really is just one 0-3 draft away from having a pretty historic tournament for himself as well. Taking a look at DZY's graveyard. See a Sever the Bloodline in there. Tucked away for later use. Couple of Thrag Tusks. See if anything interesting is exiled. Reed Duke sends in a Wolf token and a Beast. Activates his Kessig Wolf Run. So he's attacking for 9 here, right? 8. Gets to make another Beast token with his Garruk Primal Hunter.
Quick update from Rich. It turns out that Eakin right now is our current leader.
Oh,
this
wow.
This is before all the results are in, but
right,
he
that's
has jumped back up
Andreas
again.
Eklund.
Yep. That was game 1, by the way, that you were watching with Arsenal Munch versus Budikov. I've got game 2 up right now as well, so we can head over to that when yours is done.
Okay. Well, it looks like Reed Duke looks like he's just in command here.
He certainly does. I guess Restoration Angel is a concern here, but Kessig Wolf Run's a powerful tool.
Yeah.
And in conjunction with Garruk Primal
he's also
Hunter.
got the ability to draw just, you know, a bunch of cards.
Yeah, he can draw 3 if he wants immediately, or
draw
if he
5 or 6.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. He can draw 6. Yeah.
Get fully stocked.
I usually support the drawing of 6 cards if given the opportunity.
Yeah.
That's a hard one to turn down.
It's like a dirty secret of green players that green players love drawing cards. Everyone thinks that's like just solely a blue thing. Green players love drawing cards. Rashad is nodding again like a life-size bobblehead doll. And here we go. He's attacking with 2 beasts and a wolf. He gets DZY down to 2. Doesn't see any reason to pull the trigger on the Kessig Wolf Run. Risk exposing himself to a removal spell.
Sure. Hey, especially when he's got that.
Well, that's why. Is there anything DZY can do to gain life? No, he cannot. Reed Duke wins.
All right, so back over here, we've got Arsenal Munch versus Budikov. We watched the end of this just a minute ago. BDM, you were commentating that match with me.
By the way, that's match for Reed Duke.
That was it. Okay, I think this is our last outstanding match then. There's 2 outstanding, I'm told. But this is the grindiest. You know, we have the mill deck basically on the top. He's looking to win through Nephalia Drown
Evil
Yard.
Twin.
That's an evil twin.
Yeah. Evil Thrag Tusk. It's got a little beard and a mustache.
Yeah, well, I think, yeah. All right, attacks for Arsenal Munch. He's got his own beast token and his own Thrag Tusk, thank you very much. Looks like he also exiled something with Appetite for Brains. We can move over and see what that was. It was an acidic slime. A great answer for Nephalia Drown Yard. So it looks like we're going to see the activated ability from Evil Twin is going to take out the other Thrag Tusk, but it looks like we're going to have a Restoration Angel in response here. There he is. Blink. I'll take a beast. I'll take that activation away from you. Interesting, we see a Deathrite Shaman here as well. Great for the mirror.
Yeah.
This isn't the mirror,
but a great card in general. We talked about all the junk reanimator that's going on.
Yeah.
Like the ability to just remove these creatures from the graveyard.
Exactly.
Is a very big deal.
Yeah, and when you're playing it and your opponent isn't, it's great upside. Leaders are changing everywhere. Now we're told that Melteco is now in front after he won.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is just going to get crazy here.
Melteco, of course, being Melde Holm.
Yep.
From Denmark.
Sweden?
Denmark. Copenhagen.
Denmark, okay.
So this does look like the last match going right now.
All right.
And this is just game 2?
Yes, this is game 2, I'm told, as game 1 was that really long one. Now the clocks could become an issue here, but we'll see. Budakov, he's on the bottom of the screen. He lost the first game. Arsenal Munch was able to win through Nephalia Drown Yards. Sean McLaren on the top there. All right, Budakov takes the turn. He's got an impressive board state here. He'd love to play something like a Craterhoof Behemoth. Instead, he's going to play an Angel of Serenity that can clear the board of Arsenal Munch. It even resolves. It will leave Arsenal Munch potentially with a 3/3 Beast token if he does want to get that Evil Twin, but he might not want to. He might just want to let that one stay. Let's see what he picks. He picks just the Restoration Angel from his side and the Craterhoof Behemoth and Thrag Tusk from his own graveyard. And here's a Restoration Angel, but that is not going to be able to blink the other Restoration Angel as it's an angel. But the Thrag Tusk is going to get blinked, and that's going to turn it back into Evil Twin. It's going to re-enter the battlefield, and he can choose what he wants to do. It's an Angel of Serenity in response. Evil Twin is insane here. So his ability now goes on the stack for Arsenal Munch, and he has Angel of Serenity deciding what he wants to target. He's going to target the other Angel of Serenity, the other Restoration Angel. It's pretty crazy. And then this original Angel of Serenity is going to fizzle. So there's no Craterhoof Behemoth or Thrag Tusk going back to hand, and he gets to keep his Restoration Angel. That was a huge blowout. Wow. What a sick play. And Arsenal Munch says, I know how to turn creatures sideways too. I'm not only the mill plan, and he attacks with everybody. 2/3/3 Beasts, a 5/6 Flying Angel token, or two Restoration Angels, all in the red zone for Arsenal Munch. He has taken the aggressive stance here. He surely has some type of counter magic up, as he doesn't want to get blown out by a Craterhoof Behemoth hard cast from Budakov. So he's got a plan. And he is hitting in for a ton of damage here. 11 in the air, and it looks like Budakov took it all. He must be saying, well, I've got to hit a Crater Hoof Behemoth here, or this thing's just done. 4, 5, 6, 7,
like he's tapping for.
8, and there it is, a Crater Hoof Behemoth. We assumed Arsenal Munch had a counterspell after making that attack. Let's see what he's got. This would most certainly be lethal.
Seen dissipate.
I think he's just going to syncopate for $1 million here. It's Sphinx's revelation for 3, leaving himself with only 2 mana up.
Looking for the
potentially
syncopate.
for that syncopate. Does he find it? He
Yeah!
does!
Oh my God!
Oh man! Crater Hoof Behemoth, there's no lands in the yard, so that Deathrite Shaman can't pay, and Arsenal Munch takes down the match. Woo!
Yeah.